Good morning, students. Today we are going to take the development of genital system. As I have talked in my previous lecture, embryologically genitourinary system is closely associated with one another, especially during early stages of development, because both the systems they are derived from this intermediate mesoderm. Clear? So this intermediate mesoderm, it is going to give rise to urinary as well as the genital system. Urinary system we have already read. Now after the folding of embryo, especially the lateral folding of embryo, this intermediate mesoderm, it will be seen as a longitudinal elevation. You can appreciate here. This is a longitudinal elevation present in relation to the posterior abdominal wall on either side of developing dorsal aorta, or you can say the attachment of the mesentery. So on either side of attachment of mesentery, we can appreciate this cord or the intermediate mesoderm as a longitudinal elevation. Here, this longitudinal elevation, it is producing a bulge in this area, where on the lateral part this ridge is given the name as nephrogenic cord, whereas this nephrogenic cord was present in along the whole length of embryo, and it was, you can say, divided into cervical. It was present in the cervical, thoracic, lumbar and sacral regions. In the cervical region, we have seen the development of pronephroid kidney. In relation to thoracic and lumbar region, we have seen the development of mesonephroid kidney, whereas in relation to the sacrum, we have seen the metanephroid kidney, which is the functional kidney in human beings. Clear? Now, in relation to developing mesonephroid, on the medial side of developing mesonephroid, this ridge is given the name as genital ridge. So initially this was the urogenital ridge, and this urogenital ridge was divided into two parts. Lateral part was given the name as nephrogenic cord, whereas in relation to developing mesonephroid kidney, medial part जो है that is given the name as genital ridge. So genital ridge जो है, it is going to appear in relation to thoracic and lumbar region. क्लियर. नो इफ़ यू सी द रिज, अगर आप इस रिज को ध्यान से देखो बेटे, इसमें ये जो ब्लू कलर की लाइनिंग दिख रही है, दिस इज नथिंग, दिस इज द सीलोमिक एपिथेलियम विच इज कमिंग फ्रॉम द पेरिटोनियम बिकॉज ऑफ द फोल्डिंग ऑफ द एम्ब्रियो. जो लेटरल प्लेट मेसोडर्म थी जिसमें इंट्रा एम्ब्रियोनिक सीलोम आया था, it will shift here to form the peritoneal cavity. So if we appreciate these ridges, they are nothing. Underlying we have the intermediate mesoderm, or we can say the mesenchyme, covered by the coelomic epithelium. So this medial part of this ridge in relation to developing mesonephroid, it is given the name as genital ridge. From this ridge we are going to see the development of the genital systems. Now, although chromosomal sex of an embryo, it is determined at the time of fertilization by the kind of sperm, whether it's X or Y, that fertilizes the oocyte. But morphologically, whether it is male or female, it cannot be appreciated until the 7th week of intrauterine life. So that's why if we see the genital systems in both the sexes, they are similar in the initial period of development. So this initial period of development is given the name as indifferent stage of sexual development. Clear? So always remember, when we are going to study the genital system, in the development of genital system, there are three components we are going to study. So the first component is development of gonad, second is development of genital duct system, and third component is external genitalia. तो ये तीनों कंपोनेंट मिलके कंप्लीट जेनिटल सिस्टम की डेवलपमेंट कराएंगे. सो वी विल सी द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ ईच कंपोनेंट one by one. First, we are going to see the development of gonads. Now, gonads means testes in male and ovaries in female. They are going to develop from the three sources. Two sources we have already seen in the genital ridge. One is the mesenchyme, that is coming from the intermediate mesoderm, and it was covered by the mesothelium or the coelomic epithelium, which is lining the posterior abdominal wall. Now the third important source, that is the primordial germ cells, which are called as the earliest undifferentiated sex cells. Now, what are these primordial germ cells and how they are coming and where they are formed? We will see first these primordial germ cells. Now, primordial germ cells are large sex cells which are usually recognizable at around 24 days after the fertilization among the endodermal cells of yolk sac near the origin of allantois. So you can see the next picture. So here you can appreciate this is the developing, you can say, embryonic disc. Here this is the yolk sac. So at the caudal end of yolk sac, one diverticulum was arising which was getting into the connecting stalk, and this endodermal diverticulum was given the name as the allantois. लेटर ऑन यहाँ पे इस रिलेशन में जहाँ पे एलेंटॉइस का ओरिजिन हो रहा है, यहीं पे द एंडोडर्मल सेल्स ऑफ योक सैक दे स्टार्ट proliferating and they are going to form the primordial germ cells, and these primordial germ cells, they are initially seen in the, you can say, end of third week of intrauterine life. As the folding of embryo occurs, especially the tail fold and this cranial fold and the lateral fold, the part of yolk sac, it gets incorporated within this embryo to form a gut tube. Here we have the formation of the primitive gut. So because of the incorporation of the yolk sac, so because of the folding, so this part of yolk sac, it will incorporate within the embryo, and that part is going to form the hindgut. So from the hindgut, via the mesentery of the hindgut, via amoeboid movements, these primordial germ cell will reach to the gonadal ridge. So formation appearance around 24 days के अराउंड होती है, लेकिन जो इनकी माइग्रेशन है बच्चे, that is usually completed by the 6 week of intrauterine life. Before that, इनकी माइग्रेशन से पहले यहाँ पे we have the formation of the genital ridge और gonadal ridge. क्लियर. सो पहले इंपॉर्टेंट है प्राइमोडियल जर्म सेल बताने. दीज प्राइमोडियल जर्म सेल्स, रिमेंबर, दीज आर एंडोडर्मल इन ओरिजिन. जो ये वाला सोर्स है इन द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ गोनाड, दिस इज एंडोडर्मल इन ओरिजिन, वेयर एज द गोनाडल रिज विच वी हैव सीन, दैट इज mesodermal in origin. Now after that, you can appreciate here also, this is the lateral view of the embryo. So this part is a nephrogenic cord, ये वाला mesonephroid kidney है. So mesonephroid kidney के medially, especially in the lower part of thoracic and lumbar region, we have the genital ridge. So here you can appreciate from the umbilical vesicle via the, this is the allantois, first the via the hindgut के relation में पहुंचेगा, then the mesentery of the hindgut, they will reach to this genital ridge. Clear? So first important source coming from the endoderm. So these primordial germ cells, remember, they are going to develop into spermatogonia in the male, whereas oogonia in case of female. Now after that, again we will see how this gonadal ridge it is forming. So this gonadal ridge की जो development है, it starts around in the 5th week of intrauterine life. First of all, you will appreciate the thickened area of this mesothelium. ये जो coelomic epithelium था, उसकी thickening हो गई. Now after this, you can appreciate here also. After that, there occurs a proliferation of this epithelium plus the underlying mesenchyme. Both they started proliferating to form a gonadal ridge. So this is the gonadal ridge. Gonadal ridge में दो चीज़ें आ गई. First there is the thickening of the mesothelium and then proliferation of the mesothelium plus underlying mesenchyme. After this, what is happening? Before the primordial germ cells, they invade this genital ridge. So this epithelium, ये जो mesothelium था, इसकी thickening होगी, plus it starts invading finger-like projections into the underlying mesenchyme. So these projections, finger-like projections, which are invading the underlying mesenchyme, they are given the name as primitive sex cords. So as these cords are formed, they will be invaded by the primordial germ cells. Now here you have the formation of the primitive sex cord by the 3 structures: proliferation of the mesothelium, then the mesenchyme, plus third important source is the primordial germ cell. So at this stage, if we see, it's around at the end of the 6 weeks, if we see the gonad, यहाँ पे अगर हम देखते हैं, it is composed of two parts. The outer part here, it is given the name as बच्चे cortex, whereas the inner part here, this is given the name as medulla. Now here it is difficult to say whether it is testis or ovary. That's why this stage is given the name as indifferent stage of gonad. Clear? It is given the name as indifferent stage of gonad. Now what happens in embryos with XX chromosome? Medulla will degenerate, whereas the cortex will develop. Whereas the embryos with XY chromosome, उनमें क्या होएगा? Cortex will regress, whereas the medulla will, you can say, proliferate to form the medullary cords. We will see how. What is the triggering factor which is helping this indifferent gonad to form to either to testes or to ovary. Clear? So this is the indifferent stage of gonad. So outer cortex, we have the internal medulla, and depending upon कि XX chromosome है या XY, so उसके accordingly medulla regress or medulla will differentiate into the testes. So after that we will see the genital ducts in indifferent stage. So we have the two ducts जहाँ पे gonads की development हो रही है. One is the mesonephric duct. Mesonephric duct we have already seen in the developing mesonephroid kidney. क्लियर. सो मीजोनेफ्रोइड डक्ट जो है इट ओपन्स कॉर्डली. ये कहाँ पे ओपन करती है बच्चे? इट ओपन्स इनटू द वेंट्रल पार्ट ऑफ क्लोइका विच इज गोइंग टू फॉर्म द प्रिमिटिव यूरोजेनिटल साइनस. डॉर्सल पार्ट प्रिमिटिव रेक्टम बना देता है, वेंट्रल पार्ट प्रिमिटिव यूरोजेनिटल साइनस बनाता है. सो प्रिमिटिव यूरोजेनिटल साइनस की डॉर्सल वॉल में जाके ये मीजोनेफ्रिक डक्ट जो है वो ओपन होती है. मीजोनेफ्रिक डक्ट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज अ वॉल्फियन डक्ट. Now second pair of ducts which are developing, that is the paramesonephric ducts or Mullerian ducts. So in both the sexes these ducts are going to develop. So ये paramesonephric ducts जो हैं, you can appreciate here, these are present lateral to the Wolffian duct. How they are developed? So this is the gonadal ridge और यहाँ पे ये हमारा जो है mesonephroid kidney है. Paramesonephric ducts जो है, they are basically formed by this is the coelomic epithelium, because the mesenchyme it is covered by the coelomic epithelium. So paramesonephric ducts बच्चे basically they are formed by the invagination of this coelomic epithelium. इस coelomic epithelium की invagination हो गई, and this invagination later on, so जो इसके edges हैं they will approach each other and will separate from the surface coelomic epithelium to form the paramesonephric duct. It is a longitudinal duct and it is present lateral to the developing mesonephric duct. इसका जो cranial part है duct का, it lies at the level of third thoracic segment. Caudally if we see in this diagram, cranial part जो है it is a funnel shaped and open into the this peritoneal cavity, and it lies lateral to the developing mesonephric duct. उसके laterally है. As we move caudally, these ducts they are crossing the mesonephric duct from the ventral side and ultimately coming medial to the mesonephric duct. Here you can appreciate the paramesonephric duct of two sides, they fuse with each other, and after the fusion they are seen to be present in relation to the posterior wall of definitive urogenital sinus. अब ये किस रिलेशन में आएंगी? डेफिनेटिव यूरोजेनिटल साइनस में. वेयर एज द mesonephric ducts वो ओपन हुई थी हमारे primitive urogenital sinus में, स्पेशली एट द जंक्शन ऑफ vesico-urethral canal and definitive urogenital sinus. But these ducts they get attached to the posterior wall of definitive urogenital sinus. So these two ducts are present in both the sexes in initial period of development. That's why it is also called as indifferent stage of duct system or genital ducts. So now what is the factor which is going to determine the differentiation of the gonad? As we know कि chromosomal sex जो है it is determined at the time of fertilization. So if embryo is genetically male, he is carrying Y chromosome. Now Y chromosome is important बच्चे. If we see the Y chromosome, this is a short arm of Y chromosome and this is a long arm. Over the short arm of Y chromosome there is one region that is called as a sex determining region or SRY. It is present only in the Y chromosome. short arm of Y chromosome. This SRY gene, it is important for the transcription factor TDF. Now what is TDF? TDF is nothing, it is testis determining factor. So it is this TDF which is going to change, or you can say this TDF will act as a switch which directs the differentiation of this indifferent gonad to develop into testes. So always remember this TDF, where it is present, it is, you can say, present this sex determining region or gene जो है, it encodes for the TDF which is located on the short arm of Y chromosome. So this Y chromosome carrying SRY gene for TDF is important, that is going to determine the testicular differentiation. Along with this TDF, it is said that there is one more gene, SOX9, SOX9, that is also helping in the differentiation of the testes. But more important, it is the TDF located on the short arm of Y chromosome. So under the influence of this Y chromosome which encodes the TDF, now जो अभी हम लोगों ने primitive sex cords देखे थे, they continue to proliferate and they will penetrate deep into medulla to form the medullary cords. So here you can appreciate the change. This is the indifferent stage of gonad under the effect of TDF present over the Y chromosome. So these primitive sex cord cells, they are invading the medulla to form the medullary cords. You can call them as a medullary cord or seminiferous cords, which represents the primordia of seminiferous tubules. Later on, we have the formation of the testes. Whereas if there is no Y नहीं है, तो there is no TDF. So what will happen? So ये जो sex cord थे, primitive sex cord थे, definitely they will invade the medulla, but later on these medullary cords will degenerate, will disappear. New set of you can say cords will develop from the coelomic epithelium. Coelomic epithelium से फिर नया set develop होएगा. They are called as the cortical cords, which are going to form the follicles of the ovary. So for the ovary to develop, we require no gene. मतलब कोई भी उसके लिए फैक्टर नहीं चाहिए. So testis की differentiation के लिए we require TDF plus SOX9 gene. If Y is not there, definitely this indifferent gonad जो है, it is going to develop into ovary. So SRY gene brings TDF with it. So under the effect of Y, indifferent gonad will convert into develop into testes. If no Y, then ovaries are going to form. Here medullary cords will develop. There are no cortex. And again, one important structure we will see, thick tunica albuginea, that is a characteristic feature of developing testes. Whereas the ovary, medullary cords will degenerate, but new set of cortical cords will develop and there is no tunica albuginea present. If it is seen, it will be very thin. So here you can see on either side, ये developing mesonephroid है. So we can appreciate here at the 7th week of intrauterine life, because of the TDF factor. So these primitive sex cords, they result in the formation of medullary cords. So or the seminiferous cords, you can either call them as medullary cords or seminiferous cords, which represents the primordia of seminiferous tubule. Now here you can appreciate that these seminiferous or pendulary cord, they are penetrating deep into the medulla, condensing and branching. They are going to form the branches. After that, what is happening? This is a coelomic epithelium. बच्चे ये coelomic epithelium की invagination से ही बने थे ये cords. And later on, these cords were invaded by the primordial germ cells. Clear? अब यहाँ पे ये mesenchyme है. ये चीज़ आप लोगों ने बहुत ध्यान से देखनी है. Here we have the mesenchyme. Later on, what is happening? It is around in the 7th and 8th week of intrauterine life जो ये changes appear हो रही हैं. So this medullary cords, as they are penetrating deep into the medulla, they are going to lose its connection from the surface epithelium. So here you can appreciate. So these medullary cords, they will lose its connection from the surface epithelium, and from here the जो connective tissue जो mesenchyme पड़ा था, that is going to form the thick tunica albuginea. Clear? So here we have the formation of thick tunica albuginea. Clear? As the medullary cords, they are extending deep into the medulla, बच्चे, they are branching and anastomosing with each other to form the reta testis. Here they are going to form the reta testis. So अब surface epithelium से separate होगी, तो यहाँ पे जो mesenchyme था उसने क्या बना लिया? Tunica albuginea. Now if we appreciate these medullary cords जो हैं, जो कि हमारे surface epithelium से आए थे, now here the medullary cords, they are invaded by the two types of cells. The one endodermal cells which are coming from the primordial germ cells, ये वाले जो cells हैं, clear? So second type of cells which are formed in relation to the coelomic epithelium, they are given the name as the Sertoli cells. उनको हम क्या बोलेंगे? Sertoli cells. So Sertoli cell की formation जो होती है, which is coming from the coelomic epithelium, जब ये ऐसे invade किया था, so एक यहाँ से इधर invade किया, एक primordial germ cell yolk sac से आया, और बीच में ये सारा हमारा mesenchyme है. तो we will appreciate the three types of cells in the developing testis. Primordial germ cells from the endoderm, एंड सीलोमिक एपिथेलियम में जो सेल्स बन रहे हैं वो हमारे सर्टोली सेल्स हैं, एंड ये ट्यूनिका एल्बुजिनिया बन गई. आफ्टर दिस दीज सेमिनिफेरस कॉर्ड्स विल सेपरेट फ्रॉम ईच अदर एंड दे आर सेपरेटेड बाय, यू कैन से, connective tissue septa which are again coming from this mesenchyme. Clear? So here you can appreciate. So these seminiferous cords will differentiate into three parts. These are called as the seminiferous tubules. Then we have the straight tubules, and then we have the reta testis. So later in the fetal period, as this genital ridge, or you can say testes जो है, they are developing in relation to mesonephroid kidney. तो जो mesonephric tubules थे, the reta testis is going to form the connection with the mesonephric tubules. Now this is shown in the later fetal development. Before that, around the 7 to 8 weeks of the intrauterine life, जब यहाँ पे बच्चे सटोली सेल्स बन गए along with the primordial germ cells यहाँ पे रहेंगे till the birth. They are not going to change. They are not going to multiply. They will remain in the male, you can say, ये testes में as primordial germ cell till the birth. After the, you can say, 2 to 3 months after the birth, these primordial germ cell will convert into spermatogonia type A and type B. But till puberty, these spermatogonia will not be converted into the spermatids. So always remember, ये जो जितने भी हमारे primordial germ cells हैं present in the seminiferous tubules, so they will remain inactive. सेकेंड टाइप ऑफ सेल्स इसमें जो सिलोमिक एपिथेलियम से बने हैं वो हमारे सर्टोली सेल्स हो गए. नो व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ सर्टोली सेल्स? दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सर्टोली सेल्स, दे आर गोइंग टू सिक्रीट MIS, मुलेरियन इनहिबिटिंग सब्सटेंस, और AMH, you can call them anti-Mullerian substance. So because of the secretion of anti-Mullerian hormone, so paramesonephric duct, which was developed in both the sexes initially, it is going to regress. So it is a Sertoli cell which is going to help in regressing the paramesonephric duct. Clear? So basically the type of gonad, अब testis बननी शुरू होगी, it will induce the genital duct system as well as external genitalia to form in case of male. उसकी इंडक्शन शुरू करेगी, तभी जो mesonephric duct है बेटे वो डेवलप करेगी और paramesonephric duct है वो रिग्रेस कर जाएगी. सेम वे एक्सटर्नल जेनिटेलिया के साथ होएगा. सो एंड द थर्ड इम्पॉर्टेंट सेल्स, अभी जो यहाँ पे हमने mesenchyme देखा है, ट्यूनिका एल्बुजिनिया बन गई. ट्यूनिका एल्बुजिनिया के साथ साथ ये जो सेमिनिफेरस कॉर्ड्स हैं, दे आर गोइंग टू सेपरेटेड इनटू द लोब्यूल्स. इनके बीच में भी सेप्टा आना शुरू हो जाएगा, कनेक्टिव टिश्यू आना शुरू हो जाएगा. दैट mesenchyme, it is going to form the interstitial cells of Leydig. Now these interstitial cells of Leydig, which is present between the two tubule, that is going to secrete the testosterone. Now testosterone is important for the differentiation of the mesonephric duct, whereas the Sertoli cells which are secreting MIS, that is responsible for the regression of the paramesonephric duct. Now one thing remember, here the seminiferous cords which will be differentiated into the three structures, seminiferous tubule, straight tubule and reta testis. बच्चे remember they will remain solidified till the puberty. प्यूबर्टी के टाइम पे इनके में कैनलाइजेशन होएगी, ल्यूमन बनेगा, बट टिल प्यूबर्टी दे आर सॉलिड स्ट्रक्चर्स. From the seminiferous primordia of the seminiferous cord, we have seen the three structures: seminiferous tubule, straight tubule, and rete testis. Here you can appreciate the regressing or degenerating paramesonephric duct. Now, as the paramesonephric duct, or you can say mesonephroid kidney, is also degenerating, so this enlarging testis will be suspended by its own mesorchium, fold of peritoneum, that is called as a mesorchium. Clear? Because mesonephroid kidney भी अब degenerate show होनी शुरू हो जाती है at the end of 8th week of intrauterine life. So again here you can appreciate the deep portion forms the straight tubules. Here you have the straight tubules, and these are the convoluted tubules, and here we have the rete testis. Now this rete testis, it will on the other side will communicate, or you have a connection with the mesonephric tubules to form the vasa efferentia, efferent ductules, which are coming from the mesonephric tubules. We will see later on. Finally, they will pour their secretions via this mesonephric tubules to the mesonephric duct. So embryologically we have seen कि these two systems, genital and urinary, are quite close to each other. But if we appreciate in the male adult system, अगर males में देखें, genital and urinary system, they are functionally, or you can say anatomically, close to each other, associated with each other, because the mesonephric duct, which is going to form later on, we have seen in the caudal parts, we have the ureteric bud is developing. Clear? So through the mesonephric duct, urine as well as the part coming from this testis, that is the sperms, they are also coming. So ultimately the urethra, it becomes a common passage for urine as well as the semen. So anatomically भी दोनों systems males में they are associated with one another. So this is a complete, you can say, the development of the testes. Tubules are separated by the septa, and these septa जो ये mesenchyme है बच्चे, यहाँ पे ये interstitial cell of Leydig से we have the formation of testosterone. Again, this is the complete picture. So these are the mesonephric tubules, and mesonephric duct will coil on itself to form the epididymis. So we will see the later on development. So what are the various types of cellular population? One is the endodermal in origin, is the primitive germ cells which have migrated from the yolk sac. So they are going to develop into spermatozoa, but later in life at the time of puberty. Second is the mesodermal, बाकी दोनों mesodermal है, sustentacular cells of Sertoli, which are derived from the surface epithelium, responsible for MIH during the fetal life. After the birth, these cells, जब MIH को इन्होंने secrete करके Mullerian duct को suppress कर दिया, after that they will function as a supporting cells of the testis. Third is interstitial cell of Leydig, which are derived from the intermediate mesoderm of gonadal ridge, responsible for the production and release of testosterone from the 8th week of intrauterine life. So wall of seminiferous tubule अगर हम देखें, composed of two types of cell, Sertoli and spermatogonia. Supporting cells derived from surface epithelium, and spermatogonia from the primordial germ cells. Now we'll see the development of duct system. They are coming from the mesonephric duct or Wolffian duct. So it is going to form the male duct system plus the trigone of bladder in both the sexes. So this is the testis, then we have the epididymis, then we have the ductus deferens. From the ductus deferens we have the seminal vesicle is arising, and then after the origin of seminal vesicle, this duct is given the name as ejaculatory duct, which opens into the prostatic part of urethra. So these structures are coming from the mesonephric duct. We will see one by one. So male duct system में we will see the ductuli efferentis. We are going to see the epididymis, ductus deferens, seminal vesicle, and ejaculatory ducts. So till now we have seen the development. So because of the formation of the two hormones, one is MIS, second is testosterone. MIS will inhibit the formation of paramesonephric duct in male. Their remnants you can appreciate. Cranial part में its remnant is given the name as appendix of testis, and caudal part में its remnant is given the name as prostatic utricle. Whereas under the effect of testosterone, mesonephric duct जो है it will differentiate into the duct system of the male genitalia. So initially this mesonephric duct it is in communication with the mesonephric tubules. जो mesonephric kidney बनती है, most of the cranial mesonephric tubule and caudal mesonephric tubules बचे they will disappear. Cranially जो mesonephric tubule disappear हो जाएंगे, उनका कुछ remnant persist कर जाएगा, that is given the name as appendix of epididymis, and जो caudal वाले हैं कुछ उनका remnant रह जाएगा, that is given the name as paragenital tubules or paradidymis. Clear? So remaining mesonephric tubule जो बचेंगे they will form connection with the rete testis and they are given the name as ductuli efferentes. So these ductuli efferentes they are pouring their secretion into the mesonephric duct. Now this part of mesonephric duct it will coiled on itself to form the epididymis. Caudal to epididymis, what is happening? This mesonephric duct it will acquire a sheath of smooth muscle cells surrounding it, and here it is given the name as ductus deferens. Now this ductus deferens or this mesonephric duct we know it will open into, these are the same things, utilizes the mesonephric duct, paramesonephric duct वो degenerate हो गई, and rete testis connects with the 5 to 12 residual efferent mesonephric tubules which connect the testis to mesonephric duct system. So mesonephric duct system जो है it becomes the epididymis in this region. So again this is the same picture you can appreciate. Now I have already told you कि mesonephric duct जो है it opens into the primitive urogenital sinus. This primitive urogenital sinus is nothing, it is a ventral part of cloaca at the junction of vesicourethral canal and definitive urogenital sinus. So this part it is going to form the prostatic part of urethra जहाँ पे mesonephric duct खुल रही है. तो अभी तक हमने mesonephric duct का ductus deferens तक formation देख लिया है. Now at the caudal part of mesonephric duct, where it opens into the prostatic part of urethra, here one lateral outgrowth occurs, and that lateral outgrowth is going to form the seminal gland. Now its duct is definitely opening into the caudal part of mesonephric duct. After this opening, this caudal part of mesonephric duct is given the name as ejaculatory duct. So this ejaculatory duct it is going to open into the prostatic part of urethra. So caudal to seminal vesicle, the mesonephric duct becomes the ejaculatory ducts. So these are the various parts of the duct system which were developed in relation to male genitalia. After this we will see the three accessory glands which are going to develop. One is the seminal gland, second is a prostate, and third is a bulbourethral gland. Now seminal gland we have seen in the caudal part of mesonephric duct, lateral outgrowth से बनते हैं. From the caudal end of each mesonephric duct it becomes a seminal gland. Now seminal gland budget is important because the secretion of the seminal gland they are going to nourishes the sperm, and they also increase the bulk, form the bulk of the fluid. Clear? Now second two glands, prostate and bulbourethral glands, from where they are coming? These two glands they are coming from the urethra. Prostate gland prostatic urethra के relation में होगा. Bulbourethral gland they are coming from the spongy part of urethra. अब urethra we have already seen in the development, they are coming from the we have this primitive urogenital sinus which is endodermal in origin. Clear? तो ये दोनों glands endodermal in origin होंगे और ये वाला जो है it is mesodermal in origin. So you can appreciate here when the mesonephric duct it is opening into the primitive urogenital sinus, उसकी lateral outgrowth से we have the seminal vesicle, and this part is given the name as ejaculatory ducts. Now from this region only, यहाँ से ही ये जो हमारा primitive urogenital sinus बच्चे दिख रहा है, इसकी multiple outgrowths होंगी from this endoderm, and we have the formation of the prostate gland. So these endodermal outgrowths they will grow into the surrounding mesoderm. So this part is going to form the glandular structure. whereas the surrounding mesenchyme, it is going to form the connective tissue and blood vessels in relation to this prostate gland. So this is the, you can say, sections showing the various parts of मेल यूरेथ्रा. येलो कलर्ड पोर्शन जो है इट इज शोइंग द कि जो इसकी लाइनिंग एपिथेलियम इट हैज़ कम फ्रॉम द एंडोडर्म. दिस इज द प्रोस्टेटिक पार्ट, दिस इज द मेम्ब्रेनस पार्ट एंड दिस इज द स्पॉन्जी पार्ट ऑफ द यूरेथ्रा. सो यहाँ से जो एंडोडर्मल डाइवर्टिकुलम होंगे, जो आउटग्रोथ्स निकलेंगी मल्टीपल, दैट इज गिविंग राइज टू द प्रोस्टेटिक पार्ट, वेयर एज फ्रॉम द पेनाइल पार्ट जो यहाँ से अराइज करेंगी एंड will develop into this mesenchyme, they are given the name as paraurethral glands. So 3 glands arise हो रहे हैं. So this one you can appreciate, ये तो lateral seminal this mesonephric duct के relation में develop हो रहा है seminal vesicle, और endoderm के relation में we have the prostate gland and we have the bulbourethral glands. So this is all about the development of male gonad and male genital duct system. Hope you understood it. Next time we will see the female genital system development. Thank you.